Welcome to season 3 of Toucan Talks. We have been on a little hiatus while we've switched the studio, so new space. So we're going to switch it up a little bit for this season, but we still have the cans and the board for this first episode. So what we're going to do today is talk about this year's Super Bowl ads, the ones we liked, the ones we didn't like, some overall themes that we saw, and then try to break it down to make it actionable for businesses, not just people with multi-million-dollar ad budgets. So we'll see how it goes. It's our first time back in months, so
we got this.
We got it. It's gonna be fun. The one can this time will be ads that we liked. The two can is the ones that we were not fans of. We'll let it roll. You know, we're rusty. It's been a while since we recorded. That was my phone falling. So we'll do that. We're going to talk about some themes that we saw overall and then some different ways to make this actionable for business owners who might not have a multi-million-dollar ad budget. So anything you guys want to add before we drop a coin?
No, I think that was a great intro there, and I'm excited to talk about these multi-million-dollar ads.
Here we go. Let's critique them. All right. Let's see how this board works out.
Nice.
Is that a 1?
1, I think.
Okay. Starting with something we liked.
Starting on a positive note.
Here we go. Okay. The Bud Light commercial, the big man on Cul-de-Sac ad, that had Shane Gillis and
Post Malone.
Post Malone, that's right. So, Joshua.
Yeah, I think that
Why'd you love it?
I think that was a big rebound from some of the maybe more, I don't know, woke content that they were putting out. So,
Okay.
and it was a big kind of
brand
like
adjustment.
brand adjustment, and they were trying to go after kind of their core base again, I think, which was a big switch from a year or two prior. They had a lot of bad publicity from just that direction they were trying to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just taking that funny angle and then kind of like the dad humor. They were dressed up in dad fits. They were putting on or helping put on a cul-de-sac party with like neighborhood friends and everything. And I think it was just a really good kind of rebound for them. Now, did they try to go too far? Maybe, but I think it was at least trying to get in the right direction.
Yeah. Trying to reconnect with their true target audience because no offense to Bud Light, but it's Bud Light. Yeah, I think the celebrity use was good. I did like right after the ad, and again, we were laughing. We don't do football.
I do football.
But they had the extended cooler in the ad, and then right after that, it cut to backstage in the stadium. What do you call that? I don't know. With the actual cooler and that famous dude that played football.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
sports.
That guy. So I do like when brands and these ads connect outside of just their spot. So
Definitely.
yeah, good celebrity use, funny. It was pretty. I feel like pretty relatable to anybody living in a neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I loved the huge. Oh, I just realized the football player you're talking is probably Peyton Manning, right? The quarterback. I just couldn't.
I think so. Yeah.
The huge cooler that they pulled through that fence was kind of awesome. I don't know how that looked. Engineering wise, making that happen, or if it was a real cooler at all. But I loved that part.
Yeah.
Crashing through the fence. It was kind of cool. Maybe it was a metaphor to crashing back into what they did before.
Oh, maybe. Ooh, we can get deep.
Wow.
They should sell those now.
That would be funny.
I feel like people would eat that up after the ad.
Especially at football games.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, college, NFL. I think so.
It's like a buffet for your Bud Light.
Exactly.
A trough.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Let's drop another one.
Cool. All right. I'll try on this side.
Nice.
Another
again.
one. Okay.
Also, really good start to the Plinko board over here.
I know.
Our Toucan Talks board.
Nothing's jumped off yet.
That's
I know,
rare.
I've been
We'll
nervous
see.
about that.
I
A lot
know.
of pressure over here.
Okay.
You're holding it down.
Another not craft beer commercial. The Coors Monday ad with the sloths.
That was cute.
It was just cute. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a cute commercial. You kind of didn't really know where it was going at first.
Yes.
I was not expecting it, I don't think, to be a beer commercial, but It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I think a few things I liked about that one. So, and again, it's always funny thinking about it from like my perspective versus I don't know who drinks Coors Light. I'm going to be honest. I'm not their target demo, but
Producer
Luke
Lucas.
raised his hand. That doesn't seem right, but maybe. Anywho, the URL at the end of their ad spot was whatever /Monday. And so, of course, I have to look at it just because, like, how did you take this off or online? And they had a whole separate landing page for it. The actual, like, Monday box is, like, a limited time thing that they're selling. They had a giveaway of some sort on there. So, again, they kind of took it to the next level. So, had their spot. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was cute. I don't know if they wanted cute, but it was cute. And then they had a campaign going beyond just that ad spot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like when they kind of take it past the ad.
Yeah.
I think you can do it in the right way, like they did, in a wrong way, which we'll get to in another one.
We can talk about
but but I do like when it kind of goes beyond. It makes it I feel like more impactful that way too.
Yeah. Get a little bit more life out of that.
Yeah.
Also, I love
Ad
when
spend.
yes,
Yeah.
I love when companies don't take themselves too seriously too.
Yeah.
And my favorite part was when the guys like brought some Bud or some Coolers Light down to the house, and he tries to throw the sloth one.
Oh, yeah.
Flies through there. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was funny.
Yeah, it was just a good time. It really hit with my stepdad too,
Nice.
which is like also kind of could be demographic,
Okay,
you
yeah.
know, wise, in that kind of age range, that 30 to 60, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I thought it was really good too.
Cool. I like
Yeah.
it. We can kind of segue slightly into some themes from all, because I feel like usually all Super Bowl like commercials, at least in years past, have really tapped into humor. I think these two both did that. I think there was also, maybe it's just where I'm at in life, but there was like a lot of like kid and family
Yes.
vibes and ads that I don't feel like maybe I've realized in years past, or maybe they weren't there as much. But just like sweet little
Wholesome.
The Lay's.
wholesome. The Lay's
The Lay's
one.
potato.
I have other opinions about that we don't have to get into, but yeah, that one was super cute. Her nurturing her little potato. They turned him
Yeah.
into potato chips. I don't know. You go from cute, healthy farm table to mass-produced potato chips. I don't know, but we remembered it. It was sweet.
It was
Yeah.
the sentiment was there.
Yeah.
It was there.
You know?
I liked, they had some text on there about supporting or using like farmers and whatever family farms stuff. Hopefully that's all true and great and lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I feel like with some of these more like wholesome, family friendly, kid friendly ads that were kind of really focusing on that, it was less like I feel like every Super Bowl has like one commercial that is like really trying to pull out your heartstrings.
Yeah.
Like, puppies dying or something,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like the horses running down the valley or something,
Yeah.
something to, try
Budweiser every time.
to pull your heartstrings. But these felt more genuine, a little more authentic, a little closer to like family than maybe some ones in prior years were.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I can see
yeah.
that. Cool. Okay, let's drop another one.
All right.
Two?
Nice.
Finally a 2.
I'm gonna bring the drama.
Yeah, we had a couple good ones, but I feel like we had a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
Really,
Okay, this one I'm gonna let you jump into. The Rocket Mortgage ad. It had the like "Take Me Home, Country Road." Is that John Denver? Luke, is that John Denver? I assume by the glare that I should know that and that I am correct in my questioning. I feel like the ad, you're watching it and you're like, I wonder what this is an ad for. This is, again, so wholesome, so sweet. It's Rocket Mortgage. They do mortgages. That's great. They took it from a TV commercial
Onto
to social media and it falls apart.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe this was like a me thing, but
I did some Googling. It's not just a you thing.
Okay, good. Yeah, they aired the ad during the Super Bowl, and they also made it out to be like a sing-along thing. They wanted like everyone in the stadium to sing along to Country Roads Take Me Home. But then afterwards, I saw so many influencers posting about the ad and posting how moving it was and all the hashtag ad and their own little story about how the ad moved them, and it just all seemed so fake.
Yeah.
So fake.
Because it probably was.
Because, I mean, they were paid to talk about it, and that's how that stuff works, but
Yeah.
it was just like shoved down my throat, I feel like.
Yeah. A weird execution of like using influencers to really just promote your ad, because
Yeah.
the likelihood those people got their mortgages through Rocket Mortgage is probably
Yeah.
Gosh.
low.
Yeah.
So really it's just them reacting to the ad,
Yeah.
which really is just the song, which is not Rocket Mortgage's song.
Yeah. No.
True.
So yeah, I think when you can use influencers or social media or some of these other things we've talked about and it works out, it's great. But when it's like so ungenuine and not authentic, it's weird.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm assuming one of their goals too was to now have people associate Rocket Mortgage with the song.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was really accomplished either, you know?
Yeah.
Not for me, at least.
No, I feel like
But-
that it's too classic.
Yeah.
I mean, my mortgage is through Rocket Mortgage, and I never would have thought that they would have taken that angle. To be honest. So I
A
agree.
real life client over here, not sure about it.
I'm the real deal.
Yeah.
You know, I think great song, but does it connect with their audience, their target audience? I don't know. And
Yeah.
I agreed, kind of pandering toward people just with celebrity faces. I feel like that might be kind of getting played out at this point.
Yeah.
Seems like it's kind of, I don't know. Now, again, if it, like Laura, like you were saying, if it hits, it hits.
Yeah.
But there's like a little bit of a higher point of entry there, it seems like.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So decent ad,
Yeah.
captivating ad. I don't know what mortgage rates are right now. May not have been great fit anyways, but this next step with the influencers, I think, crushed that one for us.
Yeah. Got to be strategic with that.
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Let's see where we go.
Nice. Another
1-1.
Okay.
And 4 for 4, no fly-offs.
I know.
I think maybe you're just really good at dropping it. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
What can I say?
All right. The Doritos Abduction Commercial. This one. So Doritos in years past, and I guess they did it this past year, have done a contest so people can create commercials, and then the winner gets their commercial aired in the Super Bowl. I think they also won like $1 million or something awesome. So this one, they did it this past year, or this year, or for this year's Super Bowl, however you would say that. And the winners were actually from Wilmington, or went to UNCW, which is
UNCW
cool. But obviously, out of however many entries, they won. So that, you know,
Yeah,
good,
very
it's already
impressive.
a good commercial. But basically, and y'all can jump in too. I'm gonna explain. But it's like alien abduction of said Doritos, and just funny, quick, easy spot, entertaining.
Yeah.
I feel like sci-fi stuff's kind of relevant right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the
Definitely.
Tostinos, I think, that was
Yeah.
aliens too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
Which I don't know the guy's name for that one. The actor.
Tim Robinson.
Gosh, he annoys me.
I don't like him. I don't like him
I
either.
don't even can't remember who that is.
He does the what's that show? Pardon the Interruption or something.
I think you should leave.
I think you should leave. I think you should leave. I think you should leave. No, that actor is just not. He gets on my nerves.
This isn't hit for you.
Totino's did not hit.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
guess you're not the target demo for that one either.
Nope.
We've learned.
Nope. But anywho, the Doritos one. I don't know if
Yeah.
you want to jump in on anything else on that one, but I feel like it was just like a solid Super Bowl commercial, like
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah.
some things
Classic.
yeah.
And it just it was like cherry on top that it was from a UNCW grad.
Yeah.
So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That was pretty cool. And it was really on brand for Doritos, like that kind of like that
Yeah.
feeling that you get from those Doritos commercials. And yeah, shout out for UNCW. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. No, that is a good point. It is like very on brand for Doritos, and they do have like a very consistent brand. Like some of these other people, you know, they go off script sometimes, but I feel like they're solid. You know what to
Right
expect.
on. Yeah.
Again, I'm probably not gonna buy Doritos, but I appreciate the creativity there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now's the challenging part to grab those coins out. Oh,
One again.
One.
Wow.
okay. This is our last one that we. Ooh, I did like this one. Okay, last one in the one can, and then we'll hit our not a fans. The Uber Eats Century of Cravings commercial. I really liked their commercial from last year too, but it was Matthew McConaughey. They're like going back from when the NFL started. It's like a National Food League or something. And then going through different decades about how football was just created to sell food. And it was just funny.
It was very creative too.
Yeah.
Like the whole conspiracy angle and making the jokes fit with all the acronyms and everything. And I think honestly my favorite part of that one, and maybe it's just because I'm a pop culture fan, but was all the celebrity cameos.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to have like Matthew McConaughey as the lead, but to have the little like the guy, the host of Hot Ones when they're eating the wings.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then Martha Stewart and Charlie XCX. So that was cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was funny. The like at one of the earlier decades, they were like, Pigston sells bacon.
Yes.
Let's call it the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, good little puns in there.
Yeah.
Kind of side note too. So I watch a lot of football. So they've been kind of slowly building to this throughout the whole season. Like they've had some like minor spots with Christian McCaffrey or other like Jerry Rice, other like professional football players.
Oh, I think I've seen
players in the
those.
past.
Yeah, the ones with because
So
it's not same.
they were kind of like building that like brand throughout the entire season, which is
cool.
kind of
Cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I must have been
Smart.
holding my baby. Like I have a newborn baby, and this baby likes to cry a lot, so I might have missed like most of that one, but I remember seeing that whole campaign kind of build up throughout the season. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Consistent marketing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, sweet. So we don't really need to drop coins because that's all the likes. Okay, we'll hit these two pretty quickly, and then we can do some honorable mentions to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we can start with hims and hers.
I think everyone feels the same about that one.
Yeah.
Gosh, I know. And the people that I follow on social media too, I feel like I'm like, okay, validated my feelings a little bit. I think the company and what they do is awesome, like from the healthcare standpoint and it being like direct to consumer and all these things. But the whole ad spot was like leading up to like weight in our culture and how it shouldn't be this way and different medication, like all this thing, like
They're making us sick and
the pharmaceutical, like
food and everything.
all this. And then at the end, they're just selling another weight loss like pill or injection option.
Yeah. They're pretty much saying those other ones are bad, but ours is good.
But ours is probably
Trust
just
us.
a generic brand
It's
of
just with a
the
different
same. Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So again, I think the company and what they do is great, but like just the ad, like the messaging leading up to it was like, I feel like contradicting what they were trying to sell.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
It was odd. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And it feels like when the commercial started, you didn't really know what was happening and like where it was even really going.
Yeah.
Which is also hard.
Like, is this about to be an RFK commercial?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
No,
Right.
just another weight loss thing, which again,
Yeah.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But just the messaging leading up,
Yeah.
like it shouldn't matter. It's blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, here you go.
Right. 'Cause I feel like, especially with social media, things have to hit like the first couple seconds.
Yeah.
And so, Super Bowl ads is a little different because people are already sitting down and watching.
True.
But still, unless it's like intentional to like throw you off or like, oh, that was a fun surprise or that was a fun reveal, it kind of needs to like show what's the purpose, I feel like, at least in the first 5
Yeah.
or so seconds.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That
Just
one-
missed the mark.
Just missed the mark. Okay. This one. I don't know, man. The Mountain Dew commercial
gosh.
with Seal, Kiss from a Rose. It had the shock factor. It had some
Yeah.
celebrities. The reviews that I was reading about this ad, it was like ranged from like admirable to hilarious to disgusted. And I'm like,
yeah.
was Disturbed in there?
oh,
Disturbed.
disturbed. Yeah.
I was a little
like
disturbed.
Seal
I was
being a seal
too.
was a little weird. And even like the celebrity or like influencer, I don't even know what the people were in the boat at the end. I guess they're more influencers.
Yeah, I guess.
Like it was just like kind of weird.
It also kind of went on a little bit longer. Like I thought it was going to end and then they just kept going and so
Right.
Yeah, it was memorable. But it had the shock factor. It was a little too weird
yeah.
for me personally, but
I guess people will remember it.
Oh yeah.
They will remember it. And to be honest, it is a bit on brand with
True.
because it was Mountain Dew, right?
It was Mountain Dew.
Okay, so
yeah.
it's they have
like
a little
Baja.
they have
Yeah.
funky commercials,
That's true.
True.
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, shout out Seal though. I mean, he's got a.
I know.
Maybe that'll cause him to have a resurgence in
Yeah.
like the pop culture scene or something. But
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a little odd.
it was weird.
Okay, so those were our kind of picks to talk about a little bit more in depth. Honorable mentions. Well, you can do some of these in categories.
Or dishonorable mentions.
Dishonorable so our first icky honorable mention goes to Tubi
Gosh,
with the cowboy hat head thing,
I had
fleshy hat
nightmares
thing.
that night because of that.
Like so gross.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So gross.
Nasty.
And we were talking about it in our team meeting on Monday, and it was like, who was that for? All you remember is these creepy hats.
Yeah.
True.
It was Tubi.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah. How does that connect to Tubi? I don't know.
I don't really even know what Tubi is, which probably doesn't help that they just did a Super Bowl ad and I still don't really understand.
Yeah.
I think it's just a streaming
I think so.
platform of
Yeah.
some sorts.
Kind of like a cheaper YouTube TV
Yeah.
or something. I think.
Okay, cool. Where you can see nasty, fleshy hats. I just kept saying the tongue one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee Mate.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like body part ones this
There
year.
was a lot of body
The
parts.
mustache.
The
And
mustache.
the eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were kind of freaky.
Yep. Not a fan. The Duncan commercial.
Yeah.
That was icky too.
Yeah, some of that was kind of icky. And then it was,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I get where they're kind of like building off of last year's, but
Right.
nothing they're going to do is going to make me drink their coffee. So.
No.
Yeah. Right.
I did think it was interesting though. I'm assuming this is how it was aired on TV, but whenever I watched it back, at the end of the Dunkin' commercial, he mentions Matt Damon, and then it goes into the Stella Artois commercial with
I
Matt
did
Damon in
like
it.
that
and he
one
mentions,
with- yeah.
I can't even think of his name.
Oh my gosh.
Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool how they like
Yeah, yeah,
referenced
yeah.
each other.
Okay. That is cool. I
Yeah.
didn't notice that. That's cool.
No, I did like that commercial too. I thought that one was
Yeah.
like, just kind of cute and funny. Okay, the Jeep commercial with Harrison Ford.
Liked that one.
I liked that one. It was again just kind of like wholesome, funny. His last
yeah.
name's
Yeah.
Ford.
Yes, I know. I didn't actually notice that while I was watching the Super Bowl
Yeah.
because I think my baby was crying. But I was like, "Oh, Harrison Ford," and then that's pretty cool. That,
Yeah.
that little.
Because
piece
I think
there.
they like ended it with like even though my name is Harrison, or like I don't know if he whispered it or whatever.
Yeah, that was
Um,
good.
But yeah, that one was fun. And then lastly, kind of going back to missing the mark, taking this off the TV into real life. Poppy, the soda.
Yeah.
Their commercial, their spot was. It was like the different places where it's like you're debating
Yeah, you
ordering
can't
a soda.
decide.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
decide.
I liked the commercial itself.
Yeah.
Like, aside from the whole vending machine debacle, I guess that was a part of their Super Bowl campaign. But
Thanks. Yeah.
the commercial itself, I liked because I feel like they used influencers and they used pop culture. They used Rob from Love Island, and that I feel like spoke directly to their audience.
Yeah.
Like that was I feel like that was a good take. But then, then I
Yeah.
finished the commercial and learned about the
Pixies. So they
Yeah.
so they sent a bunch of vending machines to influencers, like fully stocked with Poppy. With the goal, I think, obviously, of those people posting it, but they're going to have like vending machines for consumers. So that was kind of their launch to that. But then everyone is like, I mean, the internet's a cruel place.
Yeah.
Of like, you're sending vending machines to people that their vending machines cost this much to crate and ship and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you could be putting them at like hospitals
Yeah,
for nurses
for
or
the-
at,
yeah.
you know.
Which isn't, they're not wrong.
Interesting take there.
Yeah. So the internet the social media people kind of revolted on that one.
Yeah.
But from their response, Poppy's response, like that goal is to have them accessible other places, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I don't think the idea was bad. The execution maybe not great, but
Yeah.
I think the internet just took them down on that one.
And yeah, internet is a cruel place. And I
Yeah.
think people are starting to like get to the point where they don't like seeing influencers just get loads and loads of free stuff.
Yeah.
So that probably didn't help.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else this year's ads, things you guys think are going to carry on throughout the year? I feel like last year we talked a lot about, after the Super Bowl, like how nostalgia was in the ads a lot and how that really did kind of carry on throughout the rest of the year. But yeah.
It just seems like there's a bit more like focus on family. I don't know this round. Now, will that carry into this upcoming, marketing and stuff for 2025? I don't know, but there did seem to be that kind of common thread of family and kind of wholesomeness.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see if that ends up sticking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like things were more on like the tame side this year.
Right.
Except for that hat and that tongue.
Yeah, except for the hat.
Hat and the tongue were a little too much. Yeah. I mean, I think takeaways for business owners, obviously, if you're going to do a campaign and you can do it multi-channel, that is awesome. Just make sure it's authentic and genuine, as always. But it seems like, people did not like these brands going that direction when it was not authentic. So I think that would be a big takeaway. Humor's good. A little more wholesome this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in to the first episode of season 3 of Toucan Talks. Yeah, we are back. The plan is to release episodes once a month. So you can follow us on Instagram for updates, subscribe on YouTube, podcast. Wherever you watch podcasts, on Spotify or Apple Podcast, all those places. And we're looking forward to getting season 3 rolling.